fear of not wanting that to happen, being fully aware that it could, like acknowledging it, going, I see how that could happen, helps me. And I think...
Well, see, too, and I also think every time, this is why this is my fear for KSI with the Logan Paul fight. Oh, what's good, ladies and gentlemen, the SFJ Nation. Just for a second, shout out to Crenshaw, rest in peace, you know what I mean? Young Nipsey, you know, Rose Clico, you know what I mean? Before we get into that, I just dropped my single with Tech 9, y'all already know, Antisocial. Link will be in the pinned comment. It's at like 156,000 views, man. When it hits 200,000 views, I got a major announcement. So go run that up. Run that up crazy. Listen, Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather. I didn't do a video on this channel battle because I had just dropped my song. But now I get to react to Logan Paul himself, right out the horse's mouth, his opinion comparing Floyd Mayweather to KSI. You know I'm here for the slander. I don't even know if it is slander. I'm just here for it all.
Guy like fighting this guy, and I'm like, yo, like, that's Floyd. I couldn't believe I was the one. My brain was the one in my body. Does that make sense?
I know exactly what you mean.
Were you having an out-of-body experience?
Yeah. which happened to me in my first pro fight. And I actually, and it kind of fucked with me a little bit because I didn't feel in control. So out of the many things I learned from that fight, I told myself I was going to have to ground myself the best way possible. And my way of doing that as an athlete, and it's been like this since high school, is fucking around and having fun.
One thing I will say, I say about Logan Paul, I did a video about the fight on my second channel, Scru Face Jean, go check it out. Logan, out of the Pauls, Logan is my favorite one. You can tell Logan plays that character sometimes, like of the villain, and when he plays it well. But when he gets to talking for real, especially on these podcast stuff, you can tell he has genuine parts about him, and he's being real. Sometimes Jake, he's so committed to his Jake Paul character, you really blur the lines of what the hell he's saying. But Logan be having a solid, conscious line of thought when he be speaking, and he be having compassion when he speaks all the time. And I respect him because he was an athlete. So what he's saying is not a lie. So he was an athlete. That's not somebody, and shout out for him for getting the opportunity to get in the ring with Floyd.
Is fucking around and having fun. Dude, I don't know if you saw, but this whole fight, I'm smiling. He fucking hits me. I go, dude, bitch, is that all you got? Like, bro, he hit me with body shot after body shot. Bro, we'd be in the clinch. I go, bitch, I do sit-ups. I go, bitch, I do sit-ups. I'm talking shit. It grounds me.
Bro, he like shoved his elbow up your fucking neck, and you go, ah. I'm like, bro, this guy's a sicko, bro. I'm watching this, I'm like, God damn it, because when I fight, I'm like so intense, but you're just like, you don't give a fuck.
And I wanted to talk about it too, because we have two different very fighting styles, and we had a pretty candid, real conversation 2.5 weeks before the fight. I got a call, and you know, I'm preparing for like, kind of like an old man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to expect. Like he's 44. I understand he's like a superhuman and defies all athletic odds ever. But like, at what point does age actually affect how good you are as an athlete? That's true. And I was expecting him to like
I'm saying, everything he's saying is factual. Everything he's saying is factual, and it's not even acting like he's not going in like, I beat Floyd. It was like Jake who was the one. That's what I was saying, the difference between them at the end of the fight. And I also understand why Jake, if there is one person, you know, that I will never knock Jake for line four, gassing or trying to put above everybody else, is his brother. I got brothers, bro. I know how to do. So I will never knock. Even if the entire world is like, bruh, look at the scoreboard. He got doughed up, and he goes, nope, doesn't matter. He won. I respect that, honestly. I respect that. That's his brother. Like, if it was anybody else, I'd be like, come on, dog, stop swabbing. But that's his brother, so that's blood.
Trying to be
at the end of the day, it's just them.
So strong and not have a six-pack, which somehow he did still. And then I get a call from this guy Solomon. He's the CEO of Famio, who sponsored put on the fight. Yeah, created the fight. And Solomon was like, "Hey man, I saw Floyd spar today, This was 2.5 weeks before the fight. I saw Floyd spar today. I was like, okay, like, great. You know, this guy's gonna have some insider information for me. I go, Solomon, what'd you see? He goes, I've never seen anything like it. Bro. I go, what do you mean, bro? He goes, Floyd went 13 hard rounds with 3 different guys, and he made all of them bleed significantly. He goes, Logan, I'm telling you, he's just so fast. And I'm like, I'm on the phone like this. Right. Yeah. Like, what else? Any like advice though? he's like, well,
just punch. Just punch.
See, I like the way he's taking it
He
too.
talks a lot of shit, so you gotta like talk your shit. And I'm like, okay, I could do that, but like, bro, I hung up that phone call, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I had like a fuck moment, like, because the old man who I thought I was fighting apparently was non-existent. And so I'm sitting in my chair, my office chair over there. It's like midnight. I'm like, yo, Jake, can I talk to you for a second?
I was like, yeah, what's up? Like,
I'm like, bro, I'm just going to be real with you. Like, you know, I heard Floyd's like looking sharp. Right?
You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, all you have is your brothers.
Or
your brothers, your family.
Looking sharp. And
that's a bond. If you don't have a brother, you might not understand.
Like, what would you do? Because I was at that point. I was like, you know, mentally and physically prepared, or like on my way, but hearing how good your legendary opponent is still looking, I'm a tough guy. It's fucking horrifying, dude. It sucks. And we had a candid conversation, and I think it was the first time we like just like spoke about
fighting.
Yeah, like the possibility of
and what it means.
Yeah,
and how like everything is on the line. But especially for us, like if you know you went all 8 rounds with him, and like people were still making memes.
Dog.
Like imagine if one of us gets knocked out, like the world would be so happy. Like it'll just Earth will smile. Like
going 8 rounds is see, like I said, let him. That's his brother. Let him eat. You know what I mean? But come on, bro. That's not alright.
Like, just because that's what people want. They want to see that happen because we're not.
And that's a fact too.
Boxers, or they don't want to respect us as boxers. And so we had a conversation about this, and I was like, Logan, like, I feel like I was sort of like talking you off that ledge. I was like, bro, like, who gives a fuck? Like, just go in there, be a robot, perform like you do in sparring. It's just another sparring session.
Yeah, but it's much harder because I'm also super visual. Like, I visualize everything. I manifest everything. And unlike the KSI fight, I also visualize losing. I also visualize, like, the worst possible outcome as well as the best one. And that fear of not wanting that to happen, being fully aware that it could, like acknowledging it, going, I see how that could happen, helps me. And I think
we'll see too, and I also think every time, this is my fear for KSI with the Logan Paul fight. You know what I mean? Because I won't hold back. I want KSI. I mean, the Jake fight. I want KSI to win that one, right? I'm rooting for KSI. Nigeria all day. You know what it is. My issue is the more, and you can tell, stepping in that ring matures you. Dead serious. Getting hit in the face, bro. He got hit in the face by Floyd Mayweather a couple times. Getting hit in the rib, the stomach, the face, bruh. That matures you in life, and that's why there'll be people like, I could tell you ain't never been in a fight before, right? I could tell you've never got hit in the face before, the way you be talking and acting and stuff. I can tell. But the more they get in there, the more mature in the ring they're getting in there, and that's really what wins fights. That's why Floyd is undefeated. That's why it's because he's got so much. He knows what's gonna happen in every scenario. Like, don't let these guys get so many fights under their belt, and Jake's about to get a Tyrone Woodley now. Come on, KSI, get it. The album, do that, get it popping. But hopefully you shadow boxing in the tour bus or something.
That's where we differed a little bit, right? Because you talked about only seeing the victory, only tasting that win. And I was just really honest with myself throughout this whole process. And it worked for me as an athlete.
Yeah, I'm just more like, I can only think about the knockout. I think I do, though, have like one moment where I acknowledge that everything that's going to happen. I think that's in the beginning of camp, and I think it motivates me. But then I just like leave that thought there, and then from there on, visualize the win.
And they talk like boxers now more. Even when you go look at
it was a really powerful,
beginning,
ultimate surrender to like
of when they started this to now.
Non-attachment to outcome.
I was disconnected while also being so invested at the same time.
You can, like, this boy got hit in the face and he's had an out-of-body spiritual experience. This boy has matured. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to the boy. But it's going to be dangerous for her.
And it put me in a really powerful space because while I didn't give a fuck, I cared so much. And it was strong. And I went in the fight, like, having fun. Like, you saw us in the locker room beforehand where I'm like doing Tai Chi, like we got like
we're making
flus playing, making
TikToks.
Like, bro, we're like fucking around, about to fight like one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was so different about the last fight, the KSI fight.
Too serious.
Because first of all, you did not envision the loss.
Yeah.
You did not allow yourself to play out a potential reality that is the fight game, that you could lose.
Yep.
And some people said that he did lose in that fight. He won, but you know how people say, what was it? There was something with the, I can't remember now, like scorecard, like had they deducted some point or something, but had they not deducted them, KSI would have won or something like that. And that's the danger. I'm telling you. Now Logan is learning more. Even Logan was like, well, now I've learned this whole strategy, even though it sounds obvious, like thinking you can lose, but it's like, nah, that's going to make him a better fighter. These is little intangibles, bro.
And then the locker room was pretty serious.
Everything about it was.
It was just intense, and you're gritting your teeth, and you're geared up for, whatever. But
It might not be good for KSI, bro.
It was fake because I was told to be that warrior instead of being that warrior. And you know where I found the intensity? I'm sure you saw it switch in the locker room because we were having fun. We were having a good time. We went to do our breathing exercises, and Jake prepared like a speech for me, dude. And we're doing our breathing exercises, and our eyes are closed, and I open my eyes, and I'm fucking bawling by the time Jake is done with his speech. Like, I'm crying, bro. I felt like God, like, fucking tickled me. and I was just like, what the? I woke up, I opened my eyes, and I'm crying. And I got in this just, like, kill mentality.
All right, champ.
And I started pounding my chest and was, like, excited to go to war.
Let's go.
That I definitely didn't even get close to that in my first fight. Like, I walked into this fight as healthy, mentally and physically as possible. I told Jeff right before it started, I go, Jeff.
And Jake is taking notice of all this stuff.
We're in the ring. I go, if there was ever a day where I was going to beat Floyd Mayweather, it's today. That's right now. Feeling like $1 million fucking dollars, bro. Didn't wake up and sneeze 3 times. Started off my day right. People love that tweet, by the way. That's crazy, crazy. But like, yo, it's jokes, but also when you fight a healthy fight, world of a difference.
So different. My first fight against Gib, I was sick, fever.
I remember you had the sniffles and your voice was.
Yep. Second fight with Nate Robinson, broken nose. And then when I fought Ben, I was like, I'm gonna kill this guy because I just feel so good right now.
Yeah.
Yo, KSI, buddy. Like I'm saying, I'm very invested in this fight. And I'm going to keep, running down all the things that they talking about. We're going to figure it out. Because it's going to happen. KSI versus Jake. I'm going for KSI. We going on that side with it. You know what I mean? I ain't going to act like I don't think Jake could win, though. So, we going experience is everything, man. We out. Go get that video to 200,000 views. Go get antisocial to that, and I'll make a major announcement. We out.